Well, good evening, Sydney, and welcome to the Spotless Arena at our 2016 Sydney Royal Easter Show as we get set for action in the third round of the State of Origin Rodeo Series between arch rider bronc riding and the most dangerous sport in the world, the sport of bull riding competition. The New South Wales team have won the first two opening rounds of the competition, and they'd like to keep the pressure on as we come into Sunday night's competition. Well, folks, let's welcome them into the arena from the Sunshine State of Queensland, led out by their team captain, Chris Williams, the Queenslanders. What a team of stars they've brought down to the Sydney Royal Easter Show this year. All the way from the Gulf of Carpentaria right down to the little tiny town called Texas. Well, tonight, folks, they're the home state team. They are certainly the pride and joy of country and regional New South Wales. Let's welcome them, the Cowboys from New South Wales. Led out by team captain Robert Bendy. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, prior to the start and commencement of this third round of our interstate teams rodeo competition, I'd like the time for all of us to pay a little respect to a song that makes each and every one of us here tonight feel very, very proud. We live in this lucky country of Australia. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you please be upstanding for a few short moments? And gentlemen, to remove your hats. And I'd like to hand the microphone over to Catherine Spears from the Australian Institute of Music to sing our very own Australian National Anthem.
Australians, all let us rejoice.
Welcome as they get set for action here in the third round of this exciting State of Origin Rodeo Series. Well, let's welcome into the arena the pickup riders, the horsemen of Australian Outback, the Kelly Boys, the horsemen that'll do the saddle bronc and bareback bronc riding competition. Well, as we start the competition here tonight, we start with the balance ride of rodeo. And in this event, the competitors ride with a suitcase-type handle. Our first contestant out tonight, representing Queensland from Proserpine, is Owen Lee. 24 years of age. We go bareback bronc riding competition. Hey, let's clap and cheer, make a little noise. Let's get rowdy. Well, folks, he's made that 8-second siren. What an effort as we move down as the pickup riders move forward. In this event, the heavily bodied strapped in the arena. Hey, Sydney, let's put our hands together for him. Well, the judges here tonight, Mr. Mark Palmer, and of course his assistant, Mr. David Hallam, put pen to paper. We'll add and tally the scores, and we've got a 69-point score, 69. Okay, we're going to go with our next contestant this time round. Will be Andrew Clifford. Well, Andrew Clifford Once we get this little horse back to the unsaddling enclosure, we've got to make certain that each horse is familiar with the unsaddling enclosure. The contestants ride with that suitcase type handle, the bareback bronc riding rigging. For many, many years, this event has been the most physical demanding event for the sport of rodeo competition. You'll see the riders got that heavily strapped and taped riding arm. Well, they're going to have to work hard, the Kelly boys, to secure this little horse, get him familiar with the unsaddling enclosure. 6 competitors in the bareback bronc riding competition here tonight. Well, he is working hard. This is why we have 2 of Australia's premier horsemen, the Kelly boys from the Horton Valley, the high mountain country cowboys. Well, you can lead a horse to water, but not quite often you can turn a horse to drink. Well, it's going to make it a long process, but this is why we work extremely close with the Australia's best horsemen in this competition. $69 points, the first contestant out, Jake Andrews. Well, once again, we just got to familiarize this little horse. Sometimes these guys really earn their feed. Well, he's a good sidestep. He could play 5'8" in any rugby league team. Well, Peter Kelly, let's see what we can do now. He's made that initial confrontation. You know why these are Australia's best horsemen, ladies and gentlemen? They are second-generation horsemen. Their dad, Bill Kelly, worked here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show for the 60s and 70s. Well, they are working hard in this competition. I tell you what, they will be the hardest working, highest paid men here tonight in this competition. Well, we finally got him. Well, 69 points for Queensland, and boy, 2 overworked and underpaid horsemen in our arena here tonight, the Kelly boys. Well, let's go New South Wales, Andrew Clifford. Now, he's a mechanical engineer at the Bengala Mining Company in the Hunter Valley. He and his young family live in Parkville. Hey, yeah, look at this. High scores, New South Wales. Well, there it is. The siren sounds. Finally, New South Wales get the job done in the bareback bronc riding competition. Andrew's one of 2 brothers that have worked throughout the sport of Australian rodeo competition. His brother Wade was an Australian professional champion, and he has the scores coming through. 1 to 25 for the livestock, 1 to 25 points for the competitors' style. And judges like it, they've got a score of 72 points to New South Wales, 72. Well, at 72 points will be a 2-point pickup in the bareback bronc riding, a 2-point pickup in that particular competition. 2 points will be allocated to Team New South Wales and 1 to the Queenslanders. Now our next competitor getting ready to go in the bareback bronc riding. It will be State Queensland. Their job will once again to be try and outpoint the New South Wales in this roundabout competition. Well, you got to say these guys, they're the Green Cates of Rodeo, the Kelly boys, the Kelly brothers. Don't forget, this is only round 3 of 6 nights of our competition here this year, ladies and gentlemen. There'll be another 3 big grueling rounds of the championship. Of course, Easter Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. How about a big round of applause for the pickup riders? Man, the work that they do is just tremendous. Okay, we're going to go with our next contestant. This will be Travis Heeb from Bowen North, Queensland. Oh, yeah. Oh, Queensland, come alive. Here's a kid to win some cash. The Suicide Ride of Rodeo. Well, Sydney, come on, let's put our hands together for the boy from Bowen North, Queensland. 22 years of age. He lives and works on the Exmoor Station in Bowen. And the great little horse he was on that occasion from the Greg Gibson Rodeo Company, that was Bluebell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll check the numbers. The scores have now become official. 79 points for Queensland. Well, great way to get the bareback riding boys underway here tonight. Well, let's get set to go with the next of our New South Wales competitors. This is Ben Lees. Horse that he's drawn is Party Pants. This time the cowboy that joins us from Emerald Hill up there in central New South Wales. And boy, comes with a passion to be a champion. Siren Sounds. Well, the New South Wales boys have had 3 tough nights of rodeo competition. Ladies and gentlemen, they're certainly doing our state proud here tonight in the bareback bronc riding competition. From Emerald Hill, northern New South Wales, the Australian rookie all-round champion. And you can see that his riding arm is heavily strapped and heavily taped, that he makes that 8-second duration. Well, that'll be a score coming through. 70 points, 70 points for Ben, 70 points, so that's 2 points to Queensland. 1 to New South Wales. Well, let's come down to our next contestant, this time from northern Queensland. Well, it'll be Owen Lee on this occasion, the 2015 Australian Professional Rookie All-Round Champion. Had a score last night of 70 points. He was 64 the night prior to that. He was a Central Queensland and Far North Queensland champion bareback rider. The horse that he's drawn in this round of our competition will be Paris Time. Oh, yeah. Hey, get some elevation, some altitude, and boy, the Queensland cowboy from Proserpine giving all here tonight. Well, there it is, the Siren Sounds in the background. Young man that enjoys rodeo, has a great success strike rate in North Queensland. And as our pickup team move forward, get him safely onto the ground here tonight in the bareback bronc riding competition. $67 points, 67. Well, the bareback riding starting to take its toll on these competitors in our competition here this weekend. Its next event coming up here tonight will be the steer wrestling competition. Well, as the pickup riders move once again back into their place, one more New South Wales rider to compete in our competition. And the contestant we should see getting ready to ride for New South Wales will be Mitch Tidyman. Well, Mitch is the youngest of our New South Wales riders. He's all the way from Cobar in the far western regions of New South Wales. Mitch Tidyman was the 2015 Southern Zone Circuit bareback riding champion. Last night qualified second in the round with a score of 71 points. New South Wales, we need some crowd support. The scores are locked at 3-3 at this point of time. Let's hear it for him, Sydney. Cobar, oh yeah! Southern Zone New South Wales champion. Well, he's weathered the storm, the young man from the Western Districts. Horse that he was on in the round, it was Fox 8 time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a long, long way from home, from Cobar, Western New South Wales, Mitch Tidyman. 69 points, 69. Well, the good part of that competition is it'll be 2 points to New South Wales for Mitch's effort. And it'll be 1 point to Owen Lee from Proserpine with a 67-point score alongside his name. Well, as we come down to the second event on our program tonight, after the first segment of bareback bronc riding, we go to the big men's event, the Rustle and Tussle of steer wrestling. Scoreboards read Queensland 4, New South Wales 5 in round number 3 of our series here tonight. Now, this is where, over the last 2 nights of competition, New South Wales have dominated. First matchup in steer wrestling is where you see 2 competitors compete in tandem. They ride from behind a light system. There'll be a red, green, amber of light is, of course, to get ready in the competition. Now, once you see the red light turn on, it'll be time to ride. Get ready. Green light is amber, is set, ready to ride and go. Representing New South Wales is Blake Hallam from the country music capital of Tamworth. He's the 2015 Australian champion. He takes on the youngest of the Queensland riders, Riley Gibb from Charters Towers. Riley's only 20 years of age. He's the son of a 10 times Queensland captain in Mark Gibb. Works as a fencing contractor in the competition. Now, in this event, the competitors have the assistance of a hazer. The hazer's job is, of course, to align that steer, give him the opportunity to get down in the shortest possible time. Okay, let's get ready. It'll be red light, amber, and then green. New South Wales versus Queensland. Quite simple to follow. The fastest man to catch and roll his steer on his side will pick up 2 points for his team. Well, the New South Wales boys are a little anxious. They will have a chance to resettle things. Keep your eyes glued. Gates are back, Cowboys are on. It's Riley Gibb from Queensland. New South Wales hit the line. Queensland come back with a good run. It'll be 2 points to the Queenslander. 20-year-old champion of their state, Riley Gibb, gets it done. And that's the sort of performance the Queensland competitors are required. We'll bring them back into the competition. And as we can recall in all state of origins, Queensland have that fighting spirit, that will to win, and that commitment never to say no. Well, at this point of time, the competitors will change horses very quickly, and we'll get set to go with our next matchup. And it looks like competitors getting down into the saddles, representing New South Wales from Scone in the Hunter Valley will be Heath Nichols. Now, Heath is the #1 Australian all-round champion. It's the highest honour that any rodeo rider can receive in Australia. He accumulated more points and prize money on the national circuit last year in more than one event than every other Australian rider. Now, Heath Nichols will take on Lockie O'Neill from Caboolture. Now, Lockie's one of those fun-loving, good-timing Queensland competitors. He was the 2012, 2013 Queensland state champion. Gets out, makes the catch, they get down. New South Wales is in, Queensland are down. So it's 2 points to New South Wales, 1 to Queensland. Well, some good runs in the steer wrestling competition, but boy, Lockie O'Neill, he had a beast. Massive big steer, made it a little tough. There's a real technique in steer wrestling. It's all about leverage, the use of the leverage of the horns to bring the steer. Once you hit the ground, you put your feet out in front of you, slow the steer down. The idea is to push down on what we call the inside horn. Of course, that'll bring the steer around in front of the body. Reach forward once you've got that steer off balance and roll him with 4 feet in the one direction. Well, as we look down to the third matchup in our competition this night, this time from New South Wales, from right out in the west, a little town called Walgett. 2012 National Steer Wrestling Champion is Glenn Chafe. Glenn lives on a family property called Fairfield Station. He competes against the boy from Dimbula, north of Mareeba, Joel Hilditch, North Queensland Steer Wrestling Champion of 2014. Okay, they get out. Joel Hilditch gets down into that catch. Oh, what a run! Joel Hilditch. Well, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? The Queenslanders are fighting their way back into this competition here tonight. Hey, Joel. Hey, folks, just while I've got him here tonight, and what a run it was, all in one motion. It was only moments ago, Joel, I told the crowd the technique in steer wrestling. But tell the people of Sydney you're living in a little town called Dimbula, which is about 15 minutes north of Mareeba, right up in the Atherton Tablelands. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. We've probably got about, 300-400 people there, and got a few practice arenas around the area, so I do a bit of practicing up there, and yeah, no, it's good.
I tell you what, the steer wrestlers tonight, the big Queensland boys really dominated. That was your best round so far?
Yeah, it was. We had a good talk there before the rodeo, and all the boys are getting behind each other, and it's going to make it a good night, so...
Well, the best of luck, ladies and gentlemen, from Dimbula, North Queensland. That was their fastest time here tonight. That was the cowboy, Joel Hilditch. Well, let's look to the big scoreboard. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the scores at this point of time at the Sydney Royal Easter Show. It is Queensland 9, your team, New South Wales 9. Well, we're going to go saddle bronc riding first up here tonight, and it's going to be the Queenslanders that start proceedings. Contestant will be Chris Williams. Team captain of Queensland makes his home on a little town called Texas on the New South Wales-Queensland border. And it's Harriet time. Hey, look at this, folks. Cowboy bronc riding. Oh, no. Well, that's the Greg Gibson bucking horses from up there in northern New South Wales. Hey, Sydney, put your hands together for him. Look at this for elevation. What a ride, what a dismount. And man, oh man, what a proper great bucking horse. Greg Gibson brings us to the rodeo horses from northern New South Wales. Well, the doors open right up now for your team captain of New South Wales. Contestant we will see will be Robert Bandy. Well, folks, this guy is one of 4 brothers that started his career in Barellan, southern New South Wales many years ago. That's Robert Bandy. Let's see what he does. Our current Australian champion of 2015. Well, he's got to be there for that 8-second siren. Is he going to be there? Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's made that 8-second siren here tonight. Well, as the pickup riders will move forward, once again, he's in on control. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, what a courageous captain he is. He's one of our all-time great superstars, the current 2015 national champion. And tonight, a 69-point score, 69. Well, that'll be 2 valuable points in the saddle bronc riding matchup, 69 points. Well, the attention is starting to build as we get ready to go with our next of our Queensland saddle bronc riders. This will be Wade Siege. Now, Wade joins us from Barcaldine. A little part of Queensland. He was the 2012 Central Queensland saddle bronc riding champion. Highest score he made was back here on Friday night, 73 points in the opening round of the competition. Wade's dad, of course, was also an all-time great champion cowboy from the Northern Districts. Let's see what he does, the North Queensland Circuit champion from Barcaldine. Well, he's got to that weather the storm. He's made that 8-second siren. And it's all about the pickup riders taking up their part. He's safely on the ground, the 6-foot-tall contender from Barcaldine, Queensland. $62 points, 62 points away, 62. Well, as we get set to go with our next contestant in the saddle bronc riding competition tonight, another of the far western riders from Wilcannia. This is Brock Harris. Now, Brock's the most senior of our riders. He's 33 years of age. First round of the competition, he was at 71 points. He's had a buck off and a no score, and he'd like to build on it here tonight. Hey, let's see what he does, the Wilcannia Western Cowboy. Oh, yeah, I like what we see, ladies and gentlemen. It's Brock Harris in the saddle. Well, he's up, and he's okay, and the judges say that's fine. From the boy from Western New South Wales, contract mustering is what it's all about. Well, as the officials put pen to paper, it looks like it's going to be a 72-point score, 72. So once again, it's 2 points to New South Wales, 1 to Queensland. Well, let's get set to go down the list of riders in our competition here tonight. New South Wales dominating the saddle bronc riding competition as we turn our attention now to the next of our Queensland competitors. Well, he's certainly the most experienced in this competition, had 2 years in the United States of America. Sam Knight, big red and white horse, hard to ride. This is called the Roach, and boy, he gets strong, he gets tough, and Sam Knight in the saddle. Well, and another falls victim here tonight to the great bucking stock brought to us by Greg Gibson from Somerton in New South Wales. Just a little too strong, a little too awkward for the Queensland Cowboy, Sam Knight. No luck in this round of our competition. Well, as we get set to move down, the Queensland boys not had a lot of luck in the saddle here tonight. Seen 2 out, 2 down. One final contestant yet to ride in the saddle bronc riding for New South Wales. Hey, and here's a young man. He's a family man from a little town called Currabubula in New South Wales. This will be Danny Swadling. Got 2 beautiful little kids, Dustin and Paisley. 31 years of age, works as a saddler in northwest New South Wales. Has been in good form in 2016, one of the leading riders this season in our competition. Man, it's wild, Sydney. It is wild. Come on, Sydney folk. Oh, yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's giving you the big hallelujah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the boy from Currabubula, New South Wales. Well, did it get wild and western? Well, the numbers come through in the competition, ladies and gentlemen. May not be the highest score in the event, and that was due mainly, of course, to the riding style of the competitor. The horse lived up to all expectations, but the judges have recorded a 67-point score, but 2 points to New South Wales, 67 points for Danny Swadling. Well, as we come down to the next event in our competition, it's round number 2, second section of the big men. It is steer wrestling once again. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is your home ground. It's your stage, and the scores are Queensland 10, New South Wales 15. Well, let's keep the pressure on as we go steer wrestling. Matched up this time will be the team of Heath Nichols, Scone, New South Wales, and the Charters Towers champion, Riley Gibb. They get down into the ground of the dirt. It's 2 points, New South Wales. Queensland hanging in for the one vital point. It's an important part of our competition. And eventually we get a 1 point win in that section of the steer wrestling competition. New South Wales really starting to prove their superior strength in the steer wrestling competition. One thing about this particular sport, you'll notice the horses they ride, known as the quarter horse. Now, they derive their name from the fact they are the fastest horse on earth, over 250 metres or quarter of a mile. They need to have that lightning fast acceleration to get the competitors to catch up and take their place alongside that steer. Okay, let's get set to go with our next matchup in tonight's competition. From Walgett, New South Wales, his second performance is Glenn Chafe, 2012 Australian champion. And the boy we spoke to earlier from Dimbula, north of Mareeba, Joel Hilditch. Now, Joel made a great run. He was the fastest time in the individual part of the competition in round number 1. Gates are back, lights are on, competitors are on, and the Jim Bula Cowboy gets down. It looks good, it looks close, and it's going to be 2 points to Queensland. 2 points it was on that occasion, 1 point to New South Wales. Well, that's a valuable point on that occasion to Joel Hilditch. Man, they got down. Look at the technique on that big screen. Roll, 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 and he eventually gets that fall. Well, that's a very valuable 2 points on that occasion for the Queenslanders. 1 to New South Wales, Glenn Chafe. Well, as we get set to go with the third matchup in tonight's competition, let's have a look at the list of contestants matched up here tonight. From the country music capital of Tamworth, Blake Hallam. Blake is a master farrier by profession in the equine industry. He takes on the Caboolture rider in Lockie O'Neill. His dad, Terry O'Neill, was an Australian professional champion in the 70s. And now Lockie takes on and pursues this event. Oh, man. Got 8 up, New South Wales. Let's hear it for him, Sydney. That was your boy from Tamworth, Blake Hallam. 2 very valuable points in that section of our steer wrestling competition. Well, it's tough at the top. And boy, it has been a great break in the steer wrestling here tonight. As we go to the next event on our competition tonight, the scores are at this stage. Queensland 13, New South Wales 20. As we go to our next competition. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for our next event here tonight, there are two men I'd like to welcome back to our arena. They're what we call our life-saving protection clowns, work each and every night here in the Spotless Arena. And I'd like you here on Easter Sunday to give them a big warm welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Warren Norton and Brodie Moss. You know what? These guys face every single bull here in the competition. Of course, Warren has been voted 8 times the Australian champion. Hey, we're into around about our 4th last night. Warren, how's the body holding up?
Yeah, no, pretty good, thanks, Glenn. You know, it's always a great opportunity to come here to the Sydney Royal and perform in such a fantastic crowd, and you know, yeah, it's just something we love.
And these bulls in this last couple of nights, Dan Cavey, holy mackerel, they've been on fire. Big scores, great rides, 88 points last night.
Yeah, well, as you know, Glenn, you know, this is the toughest sport on earth, you know, and these bulls play for keep, and they're certainly fine athletes.
Well, they certainly are. Well, folks, keep your eyes on these two guys, Warren Norton, Brodie Moss, the protection clowns, the lifesavers when it comes to the sport of bull riding. Well, Sydney, Easter Sunday in the world's best city. Are you ready for bull riding? Hey, listen, honestly, Sydney, I said this is the best city in the world. Are you ready for bull riding? Well, we're going to start bull riding tonight for the state of Queensland. 19 years of age. This is Braden Welby. He's from Townsville. He represented Australia at the National Youth World Series in America. He scored and won 2 rounds of bull riding at the start of our competition. He was 81 points in the 2nd round of rodeo competition. He was 80 in round number 2, and tonight he takes on a bull called Fox in Wild Socks. Okay, 8 seconds from the time that bull crosses the imaginary shoot gate time. 19 years of age, Braden Welby. Well, ladies and gentlemen, come on, Sydney. He's a Queenslander, but boy, he's great entertainment for the competition here tonight. Well, when you see that replay and watch that ride over and over again, watch the dismount. Man, you don't see it come any tougher and rougher. And that's only our first contestant out here tonight. Well, let's get ready to go with our next contestant from Barraba, New South Wales, the 2013 Australian Professional Bull Riding Champion. The contestant we welcome into the arena tonight is Chris Lowe. Last night, this quiet, unassuming bull rider from Barraba, New South Wales, scored a massive 88 points out of a possible 100. Now watch the way he clenches that fist, ties himself in there. The bull he's about to do, it's time to do bull riding moves in action. Freddie Lowe around that corner. Man, got down to the inside momentarily early. Ladies and gentlemen, your round of applause here tonight means a lot to these young entertainers. New South Wales, Chris Lowe falls victim and falls short of the 8-second siren. Well, as we come back to the next of our bull riding competitors, 29 years of age. Born and raised in a little town called Ayr, North Queensland, this is Bud Williamson. For the last 3 years, Bud bought a property in a little house in a town called Stevensville, Texas. He set up base in America to compete on the World Professional Bull Riding Tour. Midway through 2015, he required shoulder surgery and reconstruction. Came back to his homeland of Australia, went through the operation and cracks out once again this year, looking to establish himself once again on the World Professional Bull Riding Tour. But it all starts tonight at the Sydney Royal Easter Show. The bullet is drawn. He will attempt to ride the Midnight Joker. Former North Queensland Bull Riding Champion. Well, we'll just have to wait and see what the judges say. Man, he's close. Boy, he's got some attitude. I'll check from the judges. Ladies and gentlemen, the judges here tonight say no score. Well, we're getting set to go with our next contestant here tonight in the bull riding competition. Hey, it's New South Wales' turn. Tim Amy from Braidwood, 2015 National Southern Zone Bull Riding Champion for New South Wales. Oh, come on, Sydney. Let's get it on, Timmy Amy. Oh, no. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please tonight, it's Easter Sunday in Sydney. Let's put our hands together for the brave boys of New South Wales. Man, there is lots of action aplenty. Well, let's get set to go with the next and final of our Queensland contestants. This time from Kuya, 20 years of age, this is Jack MacArthur. He was the 2015 Southeast Queensland Bull Riding Champion. He's one of two brothers competed here at the Sydney Royal Easter Show over the course of the last 3 years. The MacArthur boys, their dad Hank MacArthur, competed here back in the 80s and 90s. The next generation of the MacArthur family converged back here, part of the State of Origin Rodeo Series 2016. Well, we're still looking for our first 8-second siren. He won the opening round of the competition. Let's see if it's going to be round number 3. Gets out around the corner, the big long-legged 6-foot champion, Queensland Cowboy. Oh, yeah, I like what we see, Sydney. Well, come on, ladies and gentlemen. Well, boy, this bull had all the right moves, but the young man used every trick in the book to get him done. Well, while we've got him for a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, hey, what a year it's been for you. Last season, 2015, the Queensland Bull Riding Champion. You're only 19 years of age then, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
20 years of age this season?
Yep.
Well, I tell you what, you're doing a mighty job, ladies and gentlemen, because tonight his score of 81 points has put Queensland right back in it. Congratulations from Kuya, Queensland. 20 years of age, Jack MacArthur. Well, as our next competitor gets ready to do battle tonight, he's a New South Wales contender. 22 years of age from Blackville. Well, Blackville's on the western side of Corindai, a beautiful part of the Liverpool Plains. First year representing New South Wales. Hey, but you won't underestimate the bull he's drawn. This is Andy G. Something to be intimidated by is this little Bambazo. Well, the New South Wales boys got to be equal to the task around that corner. Now, the protection clowns move in. They put their own bodies on the line. Oh, what about the work of Brodie Moss, ladies and gentlemen, through his body, right on top of that bull to untie that cowboy. What an effort. Now, just watch the ride. I want to see how this hero works. The young man gets hung up. His hand is knotted in there. Warren Norton's attempt fails, but look at Brodie Moss. Gets in, slips the tail out. Big round of applause for our bullfighting protection clowns, ladies and gentlemen. What an effort. What an amazing sport, the sport of bull riding. You'll see it one more time on the big screen. The first of our protection clowns move in, but the Queensland bullfighter, Brodie Moss, unties the tail and gets it all clear. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it was round number 3 here of our State of Origin Rodeo Series. And unlike the rugby league in recent years, it gives me great pleasure to announce the winners tonight. It was Queensland 15, but the country boys, the boys from the bush, are back in town, and it's New South Wales on 20 points and champions. Come on, Sydney, let's hear it for them. The boys from country New South Wales, led on here tonight by Robert Bandy, Brock Harris. What a team of contenders. And you know what? The boys from the bush, they're proud Aussies. They're proud of the New South Wales Guernsey they wear, and they come to the Sydney Royal Easter Show to demonstrate their skills that they have learned throughout their lifetime in the bush of Australia. Well, folks, it's been great here in round number 3. We've got another exciting series tomorrow night at 6:30 here in the Spotless Arena. Till then, I'll hand you back to main ring control and, of course, some words from our sponsors here this evening.